This is the Farmer Spreadsheet Academy. Today, we're going to talk all about nothing. What do I mean by nothing? Let's go back to tip number 11. In that tip, we were talking about social media and we were talking about hashtags. And I had a block where I had a bunch of different hashtags and I wanted to remove the number sign to wind up with what you see on the right. So I essentially wanted to substitute the hashtag or number sign for nothing. Before we talk more about nothing, let's look at the two most common things that you will refer to in formulas: numbers and text. When you refer to numbers, you can just write the number as is and it works out in your formula. But when you're referring to text, the text needs to be within quotation marks. So here in the blue, I could just write the letter A, but if I wanted to write a formula that has A in it, so if I do equals A, I can't stop. It tries to autocomplete a formula. So rather, I would do equals, quotation mark, A, quotation mark, and then enter, and then it shows the text A. And over here, if I did equals, quotation mark, big T, small e, small x, small t, quotation mark, and then enter, it'll write the word text. When we're dealing with text, this is how we do it. And nothing is kind of a type of text. Let's see how nothing as text works. We want to do equals, quotation mark, A, quotation mark. And as we saw, that gives A. Let's look at the LEN formula that we looked at in tip number 11. Equals LEN, open parentheses, will refer to the cell C12, this previous one, close parentheses, and we get the number 1. And what that means is the contents of this cell are 1 character long. If I do equals, quotation mark, enter, essentially there's nothing in there. If I do equals LEN and then refer to the cell again, it says 0 characters long. So it is an empty cell. Contrast that with the following situation where I do equals, quotation mark, press the space bar, quotation mark, and close. It looks like it's empty. But if I do the formula, equals LEN, parentheses, this cell, close parentheses, it's 1 character long because there's that space bar, that space is in there. That space counts as a character. For nothing to be as text, 2 quotation marks in a row. So essentially, open quotation mark, put nothing in, and close quotation mark. Let's see how that looks with our opening situation. So we had a block of different hashtags, and we wanted to substitute the number sign with nothing. So we'd write equals, substitute, open parentheses, refer to cell B5, and then I would do quotation mark, number sign, quotation mark, because in this case, I'm looking at the text that is the quotation mark. The number sign is the text I want to replace, and then the text I want to replace it with is quotation mark, so nothing, close parentheses, and enter. And here we have the result, exactly what we were looking for. Isn't that fantastic? That was all about nothing. Thanks for watching. And as always, I want to hear about your crop planning and farm management concerns. There might be a spreadsheet for those. So email me or message me or leave me a comment. And otherwise, I'll see you next Thursday at 2 p.m. for another Farmer Spreadsheet tip. Until then, happy farming.